And a pleasant good morning to you from the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam for Thursday, September 12th. Here as we get ready for, we've got a big NFL game tonight. Should be a lot of fun. We've got a good, interesting college football game, one of the more intriguing games of the weekend. We've got a day card here, getaway day in Major League Baseball with 3 games and some night action as well, including a WNBA game. But we got to start off with breaking news for real. It's real. It's now. Just moments ago, as schools begin to release their own statements regarding the news that broke last night, the Pac-12 is back, at least in some form. The Conference of Champions will return in 2026 as a full-fledged league, providing they can add 2 more teams to the new members of the Pac-12, including San Diego State. They make the jump from the Mountain West to the Pac-12. Boise State, they are now in the Pac-12. We'll see. It could be a Pac-8. It started as a Pac-8 even before I was born. So we'll see here. But Fresno State is headed to the Pac-12. Also, Colorado State to the Pac-12, already joining charter members, if you will, old members. Oregon State, of course, in there in Washington. We saw, what happened there late with, the teams leaving for the Big Ten. So also they'll be looking for 2 more teams. Could those 2 teams be to join those clubs? Washington State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Boise State, Fresno State, and Colorado State. Well, how about a couple of teams that kind of in a funky league like Stanford and Cal? Could they make their way back to the Pac-12? Could UCLA find a way out of the? I don't see it for USC. I don't think they're leaving the Big Ten. UCLA, they'll probably stay too, but maybe UCLA could be one of those teams there if they feel a little outclassed maybe here. But look, maybe those backroom deals are already done. Maybe it is Stanford and Cal. Who knows where those teams could come from? I don't think Arizona and Arizona State are leaving their situation in the Big 12. So big news, breaking news here just moments ago. Really, the news broke last night about 7 or 8 hours ago, I guess. And they said, be ready at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific for breaking news. We're actually still waiting. I think may have occurred in just the last 5 minutes. I only saw the releases from those first 2 schools, San Diego State and Boise State, but it's a done and foregone conclusion for the new Pac-12 in 2026. What happened is, of course, those 2 clubs, or the league, the Pac-12, was left with a lot of money in their coffers, up to $250 million. They didn't leave the conference, so they got to keep all that. But they're going to invest it, probably send $180 million back to the schools, some of the Mountain West schools that will not be joining the Pac-12. They're going to get money, and also the Mountain West Conference will get money for sniping those 4 schools. So basically, it'll be about $180 million back to that they'll be giving back of that $250 million that they were left with, because they were still in the Pac-12. All those other conferences, they couldn't have that money. They're now involved in their other conferences, so they could have just kept all the money, I guess. But you can't get anywhere with only 2 teams in your conference. You can't get in the little the little college football playoff automatic bid situation. So they got to build that conference up. And looks like that could be the demise for the Mountain West, but maybe they can pick up some other schools here. There's some fledgling fledgling West Coast schools that may kind of merge into that as well. Maybe got a couple of 8-team conferences coming up from the West. So that's the big breaking news here right now, just moments ago. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Steam. I'm your host, Ramon Scott. We're going to talk sports and sports betting here for, I don't know, it feels like an hour show because of the light card. Give me a little bit of a respite here. We get ready for a big sports day. We'll have action tonight, of course, with our football. Thursday night football with the Dolphins and the Bills. How do you guys see it tonight? We'll start off the show with that, but we'll also have great programming here. Thursday night football with a guest stream, a two-way stream with Razor and Razor Sharp Picks. There'll be a dual stream, a simulcast, if you will, with all the personalities. And I'm going to try to stop by, but I'm a little be watching some action here tonight for sure tonight, but make sure you check it out here on Sports Money with the gang, with Mikey and the gang and all the personalities from Sports Money tonight with the dual stream, play-by-play, cash it with Razor. We'll have plays tonight with the game, Bills and Dolphins. All right, I want to thank everybody yesterday also for a record-setting show. Man, I was really floored. And, I was like, why does everybody coming in here at the last minute? Why are we just going up 100 views here right at the, I don't know, felt like the last 30 to 40 minutes of the show. And I figured out I talk so long, that's usually when I get around to the picks. So maybe I'll just get to the picks today. Hello to Joe, a new member today, Sports Money. Joe T's here today to run in the chat. He's got the wrench. He'll take care of anybody out of line. I run the tightest ship around here for sure. So we're all about the plays, man. We don't have time for much else. Thomas, thank you. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money Network, here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe on X, Sports Money Wins, and me as well. Don't forget, I'm here. Let me see here. Where am I at? I'm at, of course, Ramon Scott Media, and you'll find me here as well every day, 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific. Let me say hello to a few more here right now. Who else is here? Lando, hello. Luis, hello. Thank you for your support, as well as Jeff Schramm. Thank you very much. Philly Eagle Flyer is here. Also, Dougie here. He wants the Dolphins. He's ready to go. Thomas says, give me Dolphins and under here. And let's see. Ramona's, I'm thinking you're talking here with my Ramon's baseball play is a little late. That's what it is, Thomas is saying in his phone. And here is our Toms. Good morning and thank you. And Dougie says, you know what? He likes Texas State in the game tonight. I'll have an opinion here on this one coming up. All right. Don't forget, you can get plays from me every day at the Winnable app. You can click the QR code in the upper left-hand corner to get more plays from me here after the show. We're going to try to give you some free winners here, go over the games, hopefully give you some stats and information to get you ready for the action tonight. But you can get my best plays at Winnable. I send out a couple of packages right now, and we're starting to pick it up. We had a nice day in tennis yesterday. Kind of broke even there, 8-6 overall with the premiums, a little juice on there. Maybe got a little job there at the end, but the plays are pretty solid. You guys were pretty solid here yesterday. I thought with the plays, we did end up with a push, I think, on one of them, but overall fun day. You can use the promo code STEAM to save 20% on all those packages. When you go over there, you'll find me and my little channel where you can actually sign up for free and start to get some of my other picks. Or I think we'll send out the tennis again today. I got a few selections here. Soccer, we're waiting here one more day, then we're back in action in the international window again here this weekend as we finally get back to league play here, the transition this weekend, everybody going back to their clubs. All right. Thanks a lot for listening to that. Don't forget, and you can get my packages over there at Winnable. That QR code, just snap it up. It'll take you right to my page, and you'll see my little store there where you can check it out. If you look over there, you get my little picture there. You can scroll right up. Free subscription here at the bottom. Let's see. There it is. You get the free subscription. And also it has a little auto pay, with whatever platform that you're using, and you'll find the picks on there. You can even turn on notifications. I think the more people we get, the more breaking information that we can use and get the plays out there. Here's the one thing: you will get a high volume of plays, but again, if you just play whatever you're comfortable with, you should experience the same type of winning percentage as I would think with the way that I do my handicapping and everything. So don't feel fretted if you just pick and choose your favorites during the day. I'm going to send you a lot of plays with what I think are the best value for me, based on my reading of the line, what I think of the trends or the personnel or whatever. You know how it goes. All right. Thanks, everybody. And let's get rolling here again. I think we'll just start the show. And we've got 60 in here. That sounds like the right time. So let's get rolling. And all right, we're going to start, of course, with the National Football League. We're in Miami tonight for the Buffalo Bills here against the Dolphins in this one. I think the most significant thing here, maybe Buffalo is Josh Allen, a one-man gang right now on offense. Can he do enough here for the Bills to kind of steal this one or keep it a very close game tonight in Miami? Tua in the passing game looks like they're high-powered here at this point. And I'm kind of going to always support my man, Coach Logic. He'll be able to figure this out. Now, the problem is figuring it out for the Dolphins. They have not figured out the Bills for years. The Bills have won 10 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams. So the onus is on the Dolphins to turn it around here, and they're a slight favorite, so that makes it a little bit tough. You got to cover a little bit of number here. Maybe they're quote unquote favored for a reason, but the trends would kind of point to the Bills, I guess, because of that series dominance. They've also gone 4-2-1 the last 7 trips here into Miami. 7 of the last 11 meetings between these two have gone over. McDaniel's a pretty good home favorite, 10-5 against the spread as a home favorite. The Dolphins last week, only 2 teams threw for over 300 yards. We are in a run-heavy league right now. I don't know. That's the way I want it. That's the way I like it. And we always say the good teams want to run. The Dolphins, though, were one of those passing teams, 319 yards last week, 8 of 16 on third down. So for McDaniel here with his, quarterback, a pretty good record, right? For Tua, well over 60%, 62, 63%, I think, as an NFL starter at this point. Now, they're not good in close games, and the Buffalo Bills are about as good as they come in close games. So this is expected to be a close game, but I think the tide is maybe ready to turn here for the Dolphins, and I think that's where I'm going to end up. I've got to take the Dolphins here, despite some of these things. They favor Buffalo. If I were to go into Trendland, I'd be sounding like I was on the Bills, but the Bills are 9-3-1 as a road underdog in their last 12 against the spread, and Buffalo, they averaged 9 yards per passing attempt last week. They were only 3 of 9 on third down in that home game against the Arizona Cardinals. Buffalo here, 14-3-1 against the spread in their last 18 games when the spread is 3 points or less. That's about as clutch as they come for the Buffalo Bills. And we make fun of Josh Allen a lot of times, taking risks, taking gambles, but that is a very strong percentage when the chips are down, when the closest games, when the pressure's on. That's when Allen has been the best. He also, Buffalo on their turf, but when Allen gets on grass, that's where he likes to actually be. So he did injure his wrist last week. Maybe that is also a little bit of a factor. And again, he just doesn't have the support, it feels like right now, to make them dangerous enough maybe to have the ultimate moment where they can maybe win the game on the last play. Will we see this one come down to the wire? I'm still going to lay it here. Maybe you can feel more comfortable on the money line. Let's go to the chat and take a look what you guys have tonight. Buffalo and Miami. And nobody likes football anymore, I guess. But I'm going to cover it here. All right, Thomas Bird, thank you. Good to see you today. Dougie says it too. One man show. Trap God says, oh, yeah, I'm still a believer in Buffalo and their dominance over the Fish. I think this means Fernando might be on the Fish here, actually. And let's see, Jermaine says he wants Buffalo. Screw that, he says. Darren, hello, good morning. Dougie saying that trend is strong for him. Also, Jermaine says, what is he saying here about that total? He says an auto fade on the total. Thursday games usually go under. You got the short week, right? Division game also. Last week, the division of games, the couple that we had, how many were there? I think they went over though, but week 2, there is a little bit of a trend here with week 2 overall. Week 2 was the highest scoring week of the season last year. I know that I've been talking about unders over the last several years, weeks 1, 2, and 3, but there was no doubt last year's week 2 games averaged nearly 50 points total. So they always say, right, what did Jim Harbaugh say after the game to his team? The most improvement that you'll make all season is between games 1 and 2. So will the offenses be clicking? Look at this total. Do I have it right, or is it gone? It was 50, but now we're down here to 48.5 at the sharp books. There is some 49s out there, certainly at a lot of books, but maybe the move has been to the under here. So let's see here. We got a few more plays. Dougie does like the Fish, and like I said, I'm in on Coach. I'm in on Coach, and what can I say? Man crush, whatever, right? I'm going to go around wearing capri pants too, and vaping on the sidelines in the middle of the game, wearing expensive watches and showing it off at halftime, wearing sunglasses. I don't have any hair, but if I did, I'd make it look like Coach. All right. Philly Eagle Flyers is maybe looking to get a teaser going here tonight. I think you guys are done with your comments, so I guess I'm on the Dolphins here. And, I'm going to find my way to some money line just to be sure. Division game, I do feel like it's going to be pretty exciting. Josh Allen will probably find a way. Maybe it will come down to a mistake, and we'll all say, oh, Josh Allen, he's always taking – tonight he's going to have to take a lot of chances, actually, I would think, given the – way the Bills are coming in here. Feels like a little bit shortchanged. I think the problem for the Bills, the way I'm looking at it with their offense, look, Josh Allen should be able to sling it around, but they're just not going to have enough running here, I would think, with Cook, maybe with Davis, not enough running for the Bills. I think that's where the Dolphins probably going to excel this year. I might have them up there, maybe top 5 rushing deep. This is where they can make a difference and improve this season, especially in a matchup like this. I think that they will make Josh Allen throw because they can stifle the running game there, I think, with Cook here in this one. Cook last week, 19 for 71 and 3 catches, 32. So that was a pretty decent performance, pretty good performance here. We do know that, let me see, A-Chain here. Let's see, what is his status here? Come on, ride it, Chain. Woo, woo, and ride it. Questionable with that ankle injury here, but they've got all that speed. We know what the Dolphins are, right? Even after, Tyreek, he came out and made that statement yesterday that maybe he was a little bit, not cooperative. But again, maybe if I'm an officer, I would just say, okay, Mr. Hill, we're going to run your license. Just stay in the car. But you expect every police officer to recognize a professional athlete? I know we're done talking about that. All right. I think that's it. Lando will go under. Justin, hello. And thank you, Big Worm, saying, can you please just get to the baseball here at this point? We've got an early game. By the time you get to it, it's going to start in 4 hours. All right. That's it. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Look, the ratings last week were out of this world for the all-time record opening game. And Monday Night Football also smashed it pretty good. But you know what recorded the lowest ratings in their program history was, I believe, the Manning Cast. Maybe that run its course a little bit. I don't know. But they got their lowest ratings, believe, is what I was reading. I'm into the, couple of websites that talk about that kind of stuff. So, but Tyreek, he came back from what he said, that policeman beat me down. He said he beat him up. So he still came back and had a monster game and busted that one down the sideline, right? So I think the Dolphins here can win the game. And I'll still recommend the spread. I'm always going to be a little bit chancy here, but maybe we'll just take some money line too. I want to cash tonight with the Bills and the Dolphins. All right. All right, that's it for that one. Let's go to a little college football here tonight with Arizona State and Texas State. Man, this has to be one of the most intriguing matchups here on the card last night. Look, Arizona State, welcome to the Big 12. Man, could they be a what are they at? Hey, I'm a perfectionist. We're not going to have that typo in the graphic. Okay, they look like they are a much improved team, or maybe they're going to be comfortable in this league. Maybe they'll fit right in. The rushing game, wow, they were running all over the place in their game last week with 311 yards. With Scatabo, he was, looks like a runner for sure with this team. They're one of the best teams right now with their running game after the first two games in the top. Let's see, they're up there good, man. One of the top 5-10 teams here. It looks like these stats have to be in there. And Texas State, we were on them big time last week over UTSA, no doubt, 49-10. They rocked them here. And Texas State, even if they're not favored here, they're probably going to be favored in the rest of their games. I'm showing it as a pick at some of the books here in Las Vegas. Maybe offshore, they're actually a -1 point favorite or so. I'm kind of looking to the class, though, of Arizona State, it feels like to me. Now, handicappers are definitely favoring Texas State, it feels like here. And why not? They definitely have a pretty good team coming in. But, man, I just wonder if Arizona State, and we might see the difference between a Big 12 team here actually in this one. And, well, there's going to be some variance for sure with a total of 61, and I'm sure we'll probably end up somewhere close to there anyway. But man, I kind of want to take the Sun Devils here and just trust. I mean, though I was on Texas State last weekend, it does feel a little bit like, for me, there's some trends here that definitely favor Texas State in this type of role. Underdog or pick 'em game, facing a big conference, early season, and coming off of a big win as well. It really doesn't favor those type of situations. Don't favor this Arizona State team at all, really. But man, I feel like I just want to ride with ASU and figure that this type of quality here, Big 12 quality at this point for Arizona State, maybe this is the right move for Arizona State. Like I said, I don't think these Arizona teams are going to find their way back into that conference. I think this is a much better situation for them. For Arizona State, they beat Wyoming. They beat Mississippi State. Maybe that's why some of those Mountain West teams, nobody wants to go to Laramie anymore. Oh, I kill myself. Okay. Sun Devils here. They have the freshman quarterback who did play for Michigan State last year, but Michigan State brought some other quarterbacks in. This is probably going to be a better situation. He's obviously over 450 yards, maybe of total offense. Arizona State here, 6-16-1 against the spread in non-league road games. Remember, they were in a different conference and all that. It's only first, they haven't even started the conference play yet, but you got to give them a little bit of I don't know if it's are we hitting the upgrade button here a little bit on Arizona State? I think we have to so far, and maybe they are in the top half or more of the conference here going in. Bobcats 2-0 here right now. They have McLeod, who is actually at his fourth school in 6 years at quarterback. He played at South Florida. He played at Arizona. He was at James Madison last year. He was part of that James Madison, yeah. And Texas State 8-4 and 5-1 against the spread. Their last 6 non-conference games, and last year was their first ever bowl game on their 8-5 season, and they won, of course, 45-21. But the one that for me maybe that can keep me on Arizona State is that Texas State is 10-29 against the spread coming off of a win. So I'm gonna take Arizona State here. I think the trends and I think the handicappers are quite frankly on Texas State, but I'm gonna say maybe the class, and my algorithm's blowing up for Texas State, so I'm not gonna make any excuses if I lose this one. I'm trying to use the eye test because those sharp books, like I said, that are holding on, maybe they are in the right. They usually prove to be right in these situations with Texas State. But I'm going to say it's the class of Arizona State that wins out here. I've upgraded them dramatically. Not to say Texas State isn't going to roll through their schedule. They look like a good team. I just think Arizona State, I've upgraded here as a good team. Here it comes. Justin is on Texas State. Also, Jeff's on Texas State. Dougie says, Ramon, you're wrong. Overrated. And Thomas says, give me the under. Jerry says, this running game is for real. And yeah, you look right. This is where, for me, right, if it was more of a passing attack, maybe there could be an upset. But, man, when you got guys moving guys and you got the difference between these two type of conferences right now. And let's see here. Dougie says he likes the Wildcats this year, but not the Sun Devils. And Thomas says he currently shows a total at 60. And 66. I see some 61s out there. So that's about right where it is right now. And I think I'm going to have a premium here on the total tonight. So hopefully you guys got your plays in or you got what you needed from me. Enjoy this co-feature tonight here. On Thursday night. All right. And there is another game tonight. We're just seeing the line here coming out. A few of the books, some of the sharp books are opening this one much, much higher. And I don't know if I'm down with it. Let me see. The books are just starting to release. A couple of the books had the number out here in this one. It looks like it's actually going to come a little bit higher here on a little bit of action. But I think Northwestern State stays in the game. And I think we might even get more points in this. And, 38 is an interesting – we always say the key numbers, right? 3, 4, 6, 7, whatever they are, right? Well, it's still, they're kind of key still. The game's still supposed to end around here. So if you get to 38, man, I'm already, I think, on Northwestern State. Look, you can get home with some easy scores that I think are very possible in this game. 49-17, that's a Northwestern State cover. So 7 touchdowns for South Alabama, and Northwestern State, I think, can get there. They might get 3 touchdowns here in this one. I'm going to end up on Northwestern State as a play here on the morning steam. This one, it's a extra board game here, certainly tonight, but for me, I'm still going to take Northwestern State. Again, this one I'm showing 38.5 at Circa right now, which does concern me a little bit because I usually kind of, follow and see what Circa's doing. So maybe they are expecting a South Alabama blowout, but both teams come in with an 0-2 record right now. So Northwestern State is really not very good, but I'm not sure South Alabama is any great team that they can get more than a 5-touchdown victory in this one. So let's see if you guys doing anything here. We'll just roll the baseball. I know this one's a little tough. Jerry was talking about that other game, and JW talking about it from Sacktown. From Sack, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, I guess that's going to do it here for the college football extra game. Hope we got you a little good information there on that one. Let's get to Major League Baseball here today with just a light card here, and I'll take a little short break here today. Tell you what, after the MTV Music Awards last night, Whew, I might be sweating still from that show. And well, then I partied all night with the college football card, looking towards the weekend, handicapping all the games, and really just kept up all night. Yeah, with going at it with the card. So probably, I'm still a little warm after that MTV Music Awards last night. All right, let's get going here with the games in the major leagues today with the Rockies and Feltner on the road here in this one, going up against Tariq Skubal, 2.53 ERA. Skubal's got a 16-4 record this season. Feltner's 2-10 this season. Both these guys are heavy over here. Skubal's gone over in 17 of his 27 starts, and Feltner's gone over in 16 of his 25 totals decisions. So I would think here for me, though, on getaway day, I'm just going to try the Tigers here to roll this one and get that run line with Skubal absolutely dominant. I would think no reason for him to let up at this point. And, the Tigers aren't sitting in there with too much of a chance. They got a better chance than some of the other teams here, about a 10 or 11% chance, I think, last time we saw. So better take them here and figure the Tigers need a big win, and Skubal could be the man to do it. The total here, what do I have on screen? It's 7.5, right? I think it might even be 7 at this point at a few books. Let's take a look. At the sharp books, it's 7 over 20 at Circus, 7 over 25 Bet Online. Bovada's still 7.5. That line you see on the screen looks like the Bovada line here. I would think Skubal shuts them down. It's just a matter if the Tigers put up any big number on offense, it feels like to me. So I'm going to end up here on the Tigers run line today in this one. All right. Let's take a look here with next up. Oh, let me skip the plays here. Trap God says Tigers on the run line. Luis is on the under. And Jeff says, I got the Asian baseball picks. Hope I didn't wake you up. And it wasn't anything to wake up to. I don't think we got a winning card there in Asia tonight. Here's Lando with the Tigers. Luis is on the under. And then those plays are going to come in at all hours because that's when I'm handicapping. Tennis coming up. There'll be a little bit of tennis today. No, I don't think we'll have any soccer here, but get ready this weekend. I'm going to start my soccer coverage now here at Sports Money, where I could really expand my program a little bit with my high volume approach, which I couldn't do really before. So here's Juice says Tigers to crush it. Thomas here on the run line. Here's our Tom's on the under. And Thomas says we've got a consensus play. Detroit Tigers on the run line. Consensus play. Okay. Well, I'm already on them too. That's a good thing. All right. Next up is the red. There it is. The red. We finally made it. Reds and Cardinals in this one with Jake Junis going up here against Gray, and the Cardinals are $1.75 favorite in this one. The total here at 7.5. We're getting these low totals, right? Didn't it? September we used to have high totals, but that's when we had a 40-man roster and you'd be throwing out every pitcher under the sun. So $1.70 now for the Cardinals. Total here 7.5. Under -120 for at least -115, maybe -120 here with the Reds and the Cardinals today. I would think we could see. Look, the score was 2-1 yesterday. I think we nailed that one, right? I had the Reds, but yeah, you remember how the game, that was quite a game, 2-1. We did have the under as a premium pick play yesterday in this one, and I don't know, figure like we probably get the same thing here today, 2-1, 3-2, maybe 4-3. That could be dangerous with a total of 7, but still, I don't know if we're going to get a lot of runs here in this one today with the Reds and the Cardinals. Maybe come in with your play here, but I'm going to take actually that number is high. I'm going to take the Reds on let me see what the run. Oh man, -150. I'll still do it. I'm going to take the Reds on the run line today. Look, I went with the Reds yesterday and we lost. It was 2-1. I still think it's going to be like the same type of game, and the Reds could win this game. Remember, the Reds have had a lot of success against the Cardinals, actually, and I thought they were going to get that game yesterday, quite frankly. So give me here the Reds. I know it's minus $1.50, but that's going to be my free play in this one. Let's see if you guys got a play here. All right, here we go. Justin here. He's got a player prop here on Sonny Gray. Thank you, Justin. Darren says he's got the Tigers in that first game, first 5 and full game. Jerry says, give me the Cards and Sonny Gray's K's. Thomas says the Reds on the run line with me here. And Philly on a prop bet here from FanDuel, it looks like. Also, Darren says first 5 under 4.5. Give him the Reds money line. Luis is on the Reds. Luis Juice says got to take that under again. And Jeff says I might agree with there. Just grab the Reds on the run line. I just figure 2-1, 3-2. Reds have gone under here. They've been going under here big time. Feels like with their road games of late. Let's see what it is now. Five straight is it right now, and 5 of the last 6 under here after, or is it one more? I think maybe I didn't even update these stats here. Maybe I was watching too much of that MTV show. I might have missed my stat update. Nonetheless, I'm going to take the Reds on the run line, and you can expect some action from me in this one. All right, next up, the A's, and man, we just continue to roll here with the A's. Let me put the Astros pitcher in there today with Framber. There we go. Type the keys in for Thomas. All right, and we got Valdez here. 235. It feels like free money at this point. We can't stop going with the A's here. I don't care what the matchup is. It feels like it's like double down or put the dividend payment right back in with the A's until it ends. We're not doubling down. We're just continuing to feel like we're investing on this A's run. I mean, they're covering every run line. They got it again yesterday. It was 5-4 yesterday. Yeah, we had a premium pick on the under. Wasn't going to make it after the game remained close there, it felt like. But Oakland, they've been covering run lines against Houston. 5 of the last 6 games for Houston now have gone over here. I'm going to investigate this total for sure right now, seeing it at pretty much 8 flat here in this one. But I'm going to take the A's again. I can't stop taking my Vagramento A's. Where are you, Vagramento? I feel like, everybody made it over here. It feels like Vagramento didn't, or did he? Nor is he already here among us. All right, let's take a look at this one, Astros and the Athletics. Jerry says the Astros run line hitting today. They had to. Oh. Yeah, and got burned with some of those. What was the game yesterday with the offenses I got burned with, right? The Braves, they just continue to fail. No wonder they go under every time. We totally flopped on that game. How can you not keep going under in those Braves games, it feels like? Justin says he took the Astros on the run line here. He's still going to keep, rolling that maybe the A's. Yeah, look, when the A's have lost, they've lost, right? When the A's are competitive, if they stay within 1 run or even upset them, they're going to get that money. If they lose, I take that. They will lose. They lost by 1 yesterday, but I'm just saying it's. I don't think it's going to be like 5-2, or it's going to be like 20-2 if they lose. It feels like, but I'm taking them. Come on, I'm on the A's again. I'll take them on the run line. They're minus $1.50. I'll take the A's. All right. Next up. Just gotta see a stall to see if we can get 250 views. We've got 87 in here right now. Here, I think we're getting a lot of traffic on X. I know Mike's putting a lot of hard work into getting the show out there and making Sports Money just an awesome place. We're gonna incorporate more shows, more personalities, more talent, I think, too. And I've got some things that I want to do with the talent already on board. So, all right, steam coming in this weekend, a little college football. And I like what I see from the Sharps here, UAB in Arkansas, over 60.5. I like what I see, meaning I'm not endorsing the over here in this game yet, but I'm a UAB supporter of their offense. I think if anybody really follows me closely knows I like UAB's offense. So yeah, they got a rough one, but steam going over here, 60.5 UAB in Arkansas right now on the morning steam, getting the update from the line service. That one's headed to 61 or more this morning, UAB in Arkansas. All right, here is Luis on the Astros as well. And hello to Ray Otachi. Nunya's here. Nunya's here. The rain is there. Nunya's here. And he's a Blazers fan as well. Or he maybe just likes the Blazers in that game. Be mine. It's Nunya, after all. Houston double result for Darren Nunya. We previewed the football game, but he just got here, so be happy to run by his pick. He's on ASU with me here tonight. Maybe he's actually a little behind us. Nunya went to UAB. That's awesome. He's a Blazer from way back. And, he remembers the days of, before UAB tried to kill off, or before they killed off the program. UAB was a, sneaky little football school. I mean, we know they're not just a basketball school. All right, Ray under in the Astro game here. And anybody knows I'm Danny Mitchell. That's my man, offensive analyst for UAB. I had him on my stream before. I want to say hello and welcome to Thomas Maggio. I hope I got that one. Feels like that's right. And thank you for those comments. And Jeff says, yep, we're on it. Let's take it. Let's take Oakland here. Sounds like UAB was a riot. Let's keep it moving here now with the Marlins taking on the Nationals. I've seen some conflicting information about the possibility of the Marlins, the Nationals starter here, but I do think we are going with Mitchell Parker here. Again, I did see DJ Hur's name penciled in there in a few places, but I think we're going to talk about Parker here as the starter with the Nationals. Pretty big favorite here at $1.80 at this point. The Nationals coming off the 5-1 win yesterday against the Braves. And for the Marlins here, they come in following that game yesterday against the Pirates. They could only manage a run in that 3-1 loss. I whiffed kind of. We did have the Bucks on the morning steam show, laying that run line against them with them struggles against the left-handers. And maybe that's part of it here. Well, you're going to see some left-handers here with the Nationals, it feels like. So just $1.80 is so tough, but the Marlins are still 10 and whatever against left-handers. I'll look it up. 10, what is it? 10 and oh, I've got it here. Whoops. 10, it doesn't even matter, right? They got 10. Basically 10 and 41 against left-handed starters this season. I was going to say 10. I was going to guess 10 and 43. So maybe they're just, maybe I even had one wrong in there, some kind of goofy situation where they move the starter or something. I do so many stats by hand. So, okay. I got to find a way to get on the Nationals here again. They're against a left-hander. So give me the Nationals on the run line. I'll try it again. We'll probably get the same deal as that game yesterday. Can the Nationals here? McCann hasn't been very good either. He's kind of his second stint here with the team now coming in, and McCann's got some numbers here currently. Let's see. Last 13 and 2/3 innings allowed 8 runs. He's just an opener here, so maybe we'll see Hurts in here too. Today. If so, I guess you can look at it that way. And Nationals are actually on a little bit of a roll here too of late. So I think the Nationals, I'm willing to try them. I know it's ugly. It's a run line here, but Marlins are basically down about 30 units this season to left-handers. So I'm going to end up taking Washington even on this run line with a bad team today. And Luis will take the Nationals here. Nunya used to roll with with the crew. He was Gene Bartow's graduate assistant, maybe, or maybe they kicked him out his freshman year. It looks like. So yeah, Jerry, I'm trying to figure it out. Actually, it could be. I've seen both names, but Mitchell Parker rolled in here. Hey, here's some steam here this weekend between South Florida and Southern Miss coming in right now in college football. We got wine time here, so let's see here. I'll just give a little steam out that just came across the line service with South Florida and Southern Miss. Game total to go over 57.5 right now. Looks like we've got 58 or higher here at this point. This one's on the move this morning. South Florida and Southern Miss. Maybe it's all those bets I put in overnight. And, well, let's not give it away. Thomas is on the Nationals run line and the under. Darren says go under in this one. And Nunya may just roll with them too here. Yeah, Nationals, they're playing about as well as they have all season right now. So I'll try them here first game of a homestand and roll with the Nationals. It was 3-1 yesterday in that game with the Pirates for the Marlins. So why wouldn't it be something similar here? The way they're struggling against all these lefties here at this point. All right, I think that's good here. Next up, the Red Sox could take on the Yankees here. And it'll be Nestor Cortez, $1.65, and Connor Criswell here as well. Yankees took the steam here. They might even be a little higher than this at this point. I'm showing $1.92 at DraftKings just a little while ago. You can still get maybe $1.80 at a few places, but Yankees did take the steam here. I would think they'll. It really bothers me too. I kind of want to take them here, but. Maybe $1.60 was almost going to be tolerable. That might be a one-run game. Could we see a close one here? The Yankees, remember that game yesterday, 4-3 at home against the Royals. Boston did a nice job yesterday. We did have them on the show. We had it on the under. Yeah, got a little sneaky there late. It was 2-1 for the longest time, and the Orioles tied it with that Santander home run to make it 2-2, and then little 5-3 ends up being 5-3 was whatever it was. We did have Boston and the under. The steam yesterday was on Boston and the under. Steam here on the Yankees. So, man, $1.80. Gosh, I guess I could go on the run line still just for on the show here. Feel a little uncomfortable in here. Let's see what you guys have. I want the Yankees here, and I think there's going to be okay. Let's see with Super True Stories here. Nice to have Super True Story. Jerry Davis says Yankees run line and the under. Luis is on the Yankees. And Thomas says Yankees run line and the over. Jermaine says way over. I'm with you, Jermaine. And Jeff says he'll parlay it up and take the Tigers and the Yankees, kind of get a better price here. I want the Yankees. I'll take them on the run line, but just note that I'm probably going to buy it down to maybe -1 here in this one. And, the price will be a little bit discounted when I do that. And there are some books that do that, or you can lay half of a run line and half of a money line. But I've got -1 here at minus $1.40 or so. So that's probably what I'll do for my play. But I'll give it out dollar run line here on the show. But it could be a wild game. It feels like it could be 6-5, something like that tonight. You see some over support. Darren does like the under though here. Okay. Next up, we're getting close to the end, unfortunately, but we got pretty much the biggest story of the day in Major League Baseball coming up right here. We saw a member of the chat talk about it with finally we get to see Comerica here pitching for the Rangers. He's looked pretty darn good with some of these numbers. Went back and looked at some video. It was worth looking at it for the former Vanderbilt star, TJS guy, and gets his chance here in a debut late this season, and it's going to be must watch. It feels like against the Mariners team, man, you got to figure he can mow these guys down the way that he was performing. His numbers were great. Limited innings, right? I think 36 innings in the minor leagues, but might be a pitcher that doesn't need that right now. He's a professional pitcher. It's just a matter of getting this arm strength up and getting healthy, and this is going to be great for the Rangers. I mean, in the years to come, this guy's going to be a big time star. He's probably going to be a big time star immediately here. I mean, right now I've got to figure I'm taking something here with either the. Let's see what you guys want to do. If you guys are a believer like me in Comerica here against the Mariners, we know the Mariners are playing a bunch of low scoring games. They got the win yesterday against my Padres. We had the Mariners actually as a premium pick against my Padres, and they did, get it done in that game. So, but here, pretty big price, man. I want Comerica on the money line, of course. I guess that's what I'll take. I guess I just spit it out. So give me the Rangers here as a big dog today, but I'll probably the total I got there listed as 7. Feels like it's going to be even, it's heavily juiced to the under already. The move is totally on the under. I don't know if it's, I didn't see any reported steam yet, but it feels like here 7 under 25 at the sharpest books right now. Big time pressure to the under here with Rocker and Bryce Miller. Maybe you could consider him decent enough here to match up as well. And of course, we know Seattle games. Maybe it could be low scoring, of course. For Miller here, 3.18 ERA this season and a .99 whip, 206 batting average again. So pretty solid numbers, and the Rangers certainly trend to the under a little bit. They average just 4.2 runs per game. And in Seattle, it's always going to be a little bit more lower scoring. I'm taking the Rangers, man, and Rocker here. I don't want to miss the opportunity. I want to say I was on it as a big dog. Why not? Here with Rocker. All right, let's see what you guys want to do here in this one, if anything. And what is this? Nunya's going to read the Make a New Gene Bartow article. All right, here we go. Seattle money line for Thomas Lewis and Thomas Maggio says Mariners with Miller. And Juice, not a fan maybe of Rocker here. Jeff says, I missed another game. Darn it. What was I thinking, man? All right. Man, don't let Mikey know. Oh, Mikey's in the chat. If he sees that I keep missing a game every day, he's going to take me off the payroll. Billy Eagle Flyer says he's got a prop here for us. Darren says give me under 4.5 in the first 5. Justin's on the under here in this one. Luis will take Texas with me. There's sports money today. Get ready tonight. And baseball, yeah. I think JW might be remembering John Rocker. Interesting pitcher, short career, made some big waves, some big noise, had some big moments, some not so big moments, and then got into some hot water a little bit after his career, during his career too. Maybe he was a user, if you know what I mean. Jerry here with a little prop action, it looks like. Look at this. You know what? Yeah, how about that? Tennessee, right? It's we do miss a few people. I don't know if they made it over here or they wanted to come over here. I miss some of the gang back on the old channel. Wish they'd, no doubt, the great channel over there, great programming. So I can understand why they might wanted to stay over there at the other site, but to miss some of those folks. All right, I'm on the Rangers here tonight. We got one more. Oh, we got one more. I was trying to get done. Let me type it in here with the Rays and the Guardians, because I do have an opinion here on this one. You got Ryan Pepio here on the mound for the Rays, and you got Gavin Williams for the Guardians. And you got the Guardians here. Pretty decent size favorite here now. Looks like $1.45 in this one. And the total is 7.5. 7.5, maybe a little bit juice to the over. 7.5 over 15, I think we'll call it. There we go. All right, messed up the show. We'll have to go back and edit it and put it in the right position. Let me pass along a little Steam play, and it's an interesting one, certainly this weekend, because it involves one of those teams that we just talked about in the big Pac 12. Well, they're already the Pac 12 team. Oregon and Oregon State taking steam right now to the over here in this one. Maybe that's not a surprise. Maybe the number of 50 was a surprise, and the Sharps look like they're pounding right now. This one's going to be headed north of 50. Oregon and Oregon State's taking steam here this morning on the Morning Steam. All right. Here we go. Rays and Pepio. Pepio a 3.66 ERA in 22 starts this season. Gavin Williams has had some issues here, certainly a 5.25 ERA and a 1.36 whip coming into this one. Widely reported steam did come in on the over here, but I don't think this has reached its ceiling yet. And I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of interest here. Now, Williams goes under in 9 of his 12 decisions this year against the total, despite that high ERA. Well, that says lack of run support. Pepio pretty decent. This season, certainly, maybe some inconsistency, but a 213 batting average against here. So I'm grabbing the Rays here as my play today on the road. Look, the Guardians are in. Yeah, they're in, right? We know they're in. They are, in a little bit of a record battle with the Yankees. Both teams have 84 wins. I don't think they'll fade and lose a division to the Royals. So maybe some complacency in there a little bit. The Rays obviously were able to get that. What was it yesterday? 3-2. They did lose, right? But we did give out the under on the show yesterday in the Shane Baz and Wheeler game. And I don't know if we're going to see an under, though, in this one. Okay, I'm taking the Rays here. We might see some runs is what it feels like to me. Let me see. You guys might have some plays here with the Rays, and it's going to be Luis on the Rays. Thomas is on the Rays. Darren's on the under. Jerry says first 5. And look, Thomas says we already got the Tampa Bay Rays on the consensus play, and that's coming from a big Cleveland Guardians fan himself here. And Jerry says, Thomas is saying the Guardians, I believe he's saying the Guardians are on a long road trip, but he ended up with playing kindergarten cop. And Jerry says Pepio at home, a little more questionable on the road. Yeah, I can get with that. And Jermaine says way over. It's funny. My two strongest overs each time, Jermaine said way over. And maybe I'm already coming in on those in premiums if you're paying attention to the other one and this one. Okay, let's take we got one more here. No. All right, let's move on. One more here with the Brewers and the Giants today. And, well, there's Birdsong again. So you know what that means. Somebody else will be pitching either in the second inning, or maybe they'll pull Birdsong and start another opener, or they'll start a regular starter. Just can't trust these Giants and Bomel. We know now Bomel. Imagine how good of a coach he could be, a manager he could be, if he could handle personalities. I think that's kind of why the Giants might be in the situation that they're in. They've kind of fizzled here of late this season, and they haven't been very good. Well, we struck out, and Jeff tried to warn us yesterday about the Brewers, but we did have the over as our premium play. Yeah, I came in yesterday on the Brewers in this one, and, well, they only lost 13-2. So could I really come back here on the Brewers again? I don't think so. I'm kind of feeling like they let me down. Handicappers are on the Brewers here so far from what I've seen. I can't do it. And whatever the Giants pitching plans are here today, I'm probably going to back them as a even money play or slight underdog here in this one. Birdsong, we know he's just kind of an opener here. He's done it 10 or 12 times this season. Doesn't have a very good ERA, but the Giants and been playing bullpen tag here for a lot of the games here in this one. So go ahead and chime in if you want. We're almost done with the show today. I'm taking a short show because we're gonna have monster shows on Saturday, of course. Luis is on the over. Thomas says, give me the Brewers team total over. That might be it for you guys. Milwaukee's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Milwaukee's 4-2 last 6, I think, on the road. And the Giants here, they have been covering some run lines here, but they're actually getting the 1.5 in this one. Jerry says the Brewers will crush them today. They'll get those bats going. Ray says, give me the Giants on the money line. I'm going to take the Giants here. Even money, plus 105, whatever. Jeff, Jeff's a little, I want us, he knows this team. And so I'm never going to question fandom, just like I think I know when my team's hot and not. So I'm going to take this to heart, but I don't want Jeff to, be in panic mode or anything, because again, Milwaukee comfortable lead here, and they're probably not in any position to catch those other teams, right, with the Dodgers and the Phillies. So they might be in more complacency than we talked about with a team like the Guardians, who actually have something to play for. The Brewers, they're just kind of stuck right now, making sure things are cool for the end of the season. Thomas will take them, though. And Super True Story said they let him down, actually, last night. Oh, Bert's on the yeah, well, again, the Giants, they throw a lot of guys out there. Bomel thinks he knows what he's doing. And you know what? If he could have handled players better, maybe my Padres would have had a better time last year. And now we're looking pretty good. It's still upsetting when we lose these games right now, because it is not comfortable. Padres have fallen behind the Diamondbacks now at this point by 1/2 of a game. So, and they're still not clear, because we still got to worry about those other teams that are kind of battling below them right now in the standings. I'm talking about the Braves and the Mets, right? There's a possibility those teams could still remain hot and, overtake the Padres. So I hope not. That's baseball today on the Morning Steam. All right, we got one game in the WNBA. We went 2-0 in our WNBA premium picks last night over on Winnable. We ended up, we had Washington. We had Washington yesterday. Chad won the Chad Challenge with the Indiana, with Las Vegas. Good game. Asia Wilson sets the season scoring record, and they were emotional after the game. Yeah, they were a little bit of woe's me too, but I love the drama of the WNBA. We also had the premium pick there. Oh, the premium pick was actually on the Mystics and the Sky game over. Talk about the Sky. Talk about mailing it in, right? They still got to play a couple more games. And then we did have the Sparks on that nightcap, and they ended up getting it done. So, all right, Liberty and the Wings here. Liberty, also a record setter here at this point, right? They got that milestone victory in their last game with that 30-win season. For back-to-back 30-win games, they're up against the Wings, who aren't going anywhere at this point. And, oh, man, could you actually consider here the Wings getting – I don't know if I can. Let me see what if you guys are doing anything. I was going to try to bring up a few trends here and see where I'm at. This one, I don't know. I might not get a premium out of this one. Maybe I'll go side and total here with this game, because I'm not sure I'm even comfortable knowing what could happen. The Liberty in a pretty strong position at this point. They could almost let off the gas and come home with the best record. They're 3 games clear right now of Minnesota with 4 games left. So it's looking pretty good. And maybe they could be a little bit lax a little bit, laying 11 points here. They're no doubt the best. And we are seeing some of the good teams put the pasting on, but maybe those are teams with a little bit of motivation. here, the Liberty 11.5-point favorites and the total 178. It feels like if you are home free, you're not going to play D. Wings go over all the time. I'll take the over as my free play here on the show. It feels like a premium play. I'm just not sure about the side. So let's give out the total over in this one. Wings, massive over team. Liberty, we know they can put up points with a great offense. And without, we don't need to buckle down too much on D. We could probably beat this team just playing offense in here. So, all right, Ray will take the Liberty here minus 11.5. And also, Jerry says Liberty team total over here. Jeff says take that over. Yeah. Yep. Wings team total over. And Nunya says, hey, Ramon, how about a little prop action from you? And maybe I should do more, but gosh, we're already here for so long. But I can call up my numbers here a little bit and see what I'm doing, maybe with the who my favorite players, maybe tonight in tonight's game. And let's see. So I'm probably okay. So I'm liking here. Yeah, I'm going to leave almost everybody on ASU alone, maybe. If I can get something maybe on Matire, the tight end, maybe I'd look for him to beat his props today. For Texas State, I do think that their props are placed too low. Like I said, I like Arizona State, but I think they're inadequately priced. I think the prices kind of favor Arizona State for some reason. Now, I think Texas State will not have a good time running the ball, and that is going to force them to pass. I think Texas State may actually get their props in the passing game here today, and we may see a high-scoring game, but ASU, I just feel like they're it's funny that the game is kind of a pick-em, and to me, when I looked at the props, it looked like the numbers were still too high on Arizona State. So I like McLeod in his passing prop. Now, again, I don't want to give it out. Again, this is just what it looks like to me on the prices. I'm sticking with Arizona State, and I don't like to match them up. But I do think the prices on some of the Texas State and their top receivers like Hobart and Williams these guys spread it around, and I think you'll find that the wide receivers might be competitively priced. So, a little bit tough for me to really endorse there. But no, I don't think that I'm on anybody on Arizona State other than maybe the tight end. And I don't know, I'm sure some books might not even carry him. And I know the big books will. So that'd be my play. It was going to be on Matire here, probably. Let's see here. Anything in this basketball game, and we'll get you out of here. Thank you for watching the Morning Steam. Dre. Good morning, Dre. And Thomas says Texas State. No, I'm on Arizona State. I went with Arizona State, so I'm just kind of rolling there. And because if Scatabo, right, that's what I think. I just think the way Arizona State is running the football right now, that could eat clock here and kind of keep those numbers. See Nunya with an under here on the prop. I just think, boom, I'm right there. Jeff says, any steam coming in on that total under right now? I haven't really seen. Let me take a look here. I'm not too hot on the move here, but I'm still showing maybe 178. So, Oldie, hello and good morning. I think that's it for the show, gang. I want to thank everybody here for being here. We got 100 of you in here today. Wonder what was going on yet. What was so special about yesterday? I almost want to keep you here half an hour to see if a bunch of people come rolling over here. All right. Jerry says he likes those passing and rushing. That'd be an ASU blowout, wouldn't it? Thomas, maybe with me on Arizona State. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, and here again, maybe what I said about it, Nunya, if you didn't see the B issue, was I still think there's going to be a class difference that will decide it. I think Texas State going to be favored in every other game this season, and they may win them all. I think they're pretty good. We had them on, I think it was a premium last week. If we didn't, it was on the show, right? We were talking up Arizona State. So, Texas State, and they rolled last week. So I feel like I got a good handle on them. I'm just going to think that this Big 12 team will get it done today. Don't forget the big story of the day. San Diego State, Colorado State, Boise State, and Fresno State into the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is back in 2026. San Diego State always wanted to be in the Pac-12. Now they're going to be in it. Of course, none of the other teams are going to be in it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much to the chat. Don't forget, follow me. Get free plays here from me at the Winnable app. Click the QR code in the upper left-hand corner. It'll take you right to my page. You can subscribe for free. I'm going to try to give out some free plays every day. And there's a paywall with my best plays back there. But, man, it's very inexpensive here. And you kind of making the price inexpensive to get you on board, maybe even just grab me. I'm not going anywhere. So if you sign up for, a month or 3 months or even a year, I'm probably going to be doing this. I feel like sports money is my home now. And no reason to leave the way the plans are looking with Mike and the crew. This feels like the place. And, man, we already got so many signups already. I'm so thrilled that I'm going to be here all the time. So why not sign up, get all my plays sent to your phone. You can turn on the notifications. You'll be sitting there hopefully on a Saturday, and I'm going to have, 2, 3, 4 updates of plays on Saturday, including the added board, the extra board. That stuff's going to come in via the Winnable app. We're going to break down the steam, maybe even get some plays out, but we're going to be off the air, before the games start. And those breaking move game, the FCS, the extra board and added board games, they kind of, are a work in progress on the weekend. So you're going to want to be subscribed, and we're going to give out plenty of those on the free package. So get that free package, go over to that Winnable app, sign up for the $0 package. That way you'll get in there. And then if I'm hot or you want to see, hey, that Ramon's got a big baseball card, you can just grab it. I'm just putting it in there for a couple of bucks to keep me coming back. In fact, if you subscribe to any of my packages today, I'll come back and do a show tomorrow here at 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 Pacific. So you better grab one of those packages over there, even if it's a free one. But why not sign up for one of the small packages and support me? That's how you support me here. That's why, I'm off over there and we're doing it over here now. And just look at it as if you're supporting me. We're going to try to come with you some great plays and all that. But that'll keep me coming back if we just keep up maybe we could just go off into the sunset and just be a better, right? But I love the attention you guys are giving me and all the accolades and Ramon's the man, all that stuff. You guys are the closest thing to friends I've got. So come back and join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific here. Use that promo code STEAM on the play. Get that 1 year, whatever it is. I think I've got in there either 99 or 149, even whatever. Hit me up on the big one and ride with me all year and see how we do. And it'd be awesome to have you join me over at the Winnable app. That's where you're going to get my plays when I'm off the air here. All right, don't forget, join the crew tonight. First, join Mikey and pre-gaming at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Mikey M gives you his unique perspective on the evening betting card, the biggest plays, the biggest games on the show. He'll read all your comments in the chat and get you ready for that prime time action. And we're going to be on the air tonight with Sports Money Network with the game between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Should be pretty cool because we're going to have a simulcast, I like to call it, or what they called it, a dual stream with Razor over at Razor Sharp Picks. He'll be taking a shot every time there's a punt, every time there's a turnover, every time someone signs up, every time there's 100 likes. So why not come over and have a pretty good time tonight with the play-by-play action and the in-game bets as well. I'll probably stop by in there somewhere around halftime, maybe try to help the guys if they want to take a break, and I can maybe carry the halftime show, help them out a little bit. That's felt like what I did last week, and try to get on there longer, but I'm also doing some other things. Thursday night's pretty busy, and I love that we have our own thing here on Sports Money. Thanks, everybody. That's going to do it in this one. Who else we got? Any other shout outs here? Luis, he's ready. We're going to have, yeah, I'm going to do some soccer for sure this weekend with the biggest conferences here. You're not going to find me in the, uh, what's some of the funny, some of the funny leagues. I'm going to be sticking in the major five leagues in Europe for the most part there. Thomas has got the consensus here. We're going to get those right. Anybody who followed the plays last week, again, look, the other channels, I applaud them for keeping score. I'm going to try to work something out so that I can keep score. But I think anybody who was on that subscription knows what we did on college football. If we could do that again, you guys, please sign up, man. You can go back and look at the plays right now. I didn't change them. No reason for me to do that because I want you to look at them. I think the Winnable is an editable app, but I'm not interested in that. I want you to know what we're doing. And plus, like I said, people are already going to see those plays on there. You can't change them and fool anybody. You could if you had made up some random name and never showed your face, right? I'm not talking about, just running. It'll just change my avatar and change my name and have a new bunch of plays. You got Ramon Scott, basically, is what you got. All right, there are the consensus plays from Thomas. I'm ready to go. Detroit run line, Tampa money line. Just 2 plays, but you get them consensus here. Guillermo Zertucci, thank you. Hello. Awesome. That's going to do it for me here on the Morning Steam. We'll catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, and I'll catch you tonight here on the channel, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube, Sports Money Network. For Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.